Third, evaluation. Coming to evaluating our third speaker, Toastmaster Jay Shaw, will be Toastmaster Tim Linger.
It's extremely important to start well. Jay Shaw stood over there. He was introduced with a nice intro. The intro didn't even give us a clue of what the speech was about, which was a good move. At least I believe it was. He didn't explain what the speech was about, not once. Not in the beginning, not at the end. Dear Sasha. So we knew right away it was a letter. And you know how when someone is about to cry, when someone gets very emotional, their lower lip starts quivering, and it's hard to speak? Jay's speech was extremely heartfelt, very emotional, and his lower jaw was constantly quivering. It's interesting because he mostly gave that speech without reading his notes, but he stayed on track by reading his notes. It was well delivered. And I'm over here feverishly writing things down for his evaluation. And then I eventually sat back and was thinking, where is this going? What is the purpose of this speech? As emotional as it was, is it going to go where, let's knock off Bogdan and run off and get married and I'll raise your little Elizabeth kid? Or is there a moral to the story? Don't know. So for a minute or two, I just quit writing and was just listening and sort of dumbfounded. So here was probably the area of improvement. Even though your close wasn't bad, I think that kind of a story needs to have a bang-up closing. There needs to be a moral to the story. Those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Nothing to do with your speech, but that kind of closing. So the best I could come up with was the Ronald Reagan quote from 1988. If all young people could get to know each other, there'd be no more wars. Perhaps if you had made that the close, perhaps there would have been a purpose to your speech. So the only thing I would recommend, or the main thing I'd recommend, is have a stronger close because I loved your speech. Thank you, Toastmasters.